What is going on, guys? This is your boy from Review Side, the Bengal Dragon. Excuse me for that. MC1001. Make sure to hit that like button, that subscribe button, follow me on Twitter, @Tigers01, and hit that bell notification button. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. The end of the X-Men series of me reviewing movies so far, because I am not reviewing Dark Phoenix. I don't have First Class, that's why I did not review it. But this is it. The swan song of Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. And I would like to say to you, sir, thank you very much. You have made that character your own, and I cannot see anyone else playing that role. With that being said, you have left some incredibly gigantic shoes to fill. This is the movie I'm going to talk about today. It is Logan. It is the last of Logan. Oh, sorry. Or the Logan of us. Sorry. Yeah. Look, first of all, whoever has played The Last of Us, look at Logan and tell me it does not remind you of The Last of Us. Now, you know what? I'm with everyone else. The Last of Us came out in 2013. Logan came out in 2017. And first of all, I am so glad that they did not go on to tell the story of X-Men Secret Wars. Because to me it sounds a little, look, to me, like, you know, what I heard from this YouTube channel, I don't know if I'm allowed to take other YouTube channels' names, but he explains comics. Figure it out. His description of a few of the X-Men, Old Man Logan comics, the stories, it sounds goofy to me. It sounds stupid. So this is why I am so happy they did not go with that, and they went with a TV MA. You know, I wouldn't have minded if it was TV R as well. Like, you know, if it was an R-rated movie version of Logan, of Wolverine, which makes absolute sense. To see Sir Patrick Stewart reprise his role as Professor X, and him going through Alzheimer's or dementia, very, very good. See, folks, I told you, X-Men thrives when they're telling the story of a few people at once, instead of this big apocalyptic civil war or huge war type, you know, grandiose war type of story. You saw it in The Last Stand. You saw it in Apocalypse. It doesn't work. The more X-Men you add, the less it works. Okay, X-Men Origins Wolverine, like, you know, is the exception, where they told the story of one guy and it was still horrible. But this one, just the expressions and the cinematography of Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, as he's so disillusioned with the X-Men, with the concept of the X-Men, or with the, you know, whatever happened to the X-Men, and the fact that there are only a few of them left. It was him and Professor X and some guy who's scared of the light. It was done so. The story was focused around them. It was done extremely well. Logan starting to grow old, where his adamantium is starting to infect him. Fantastic. Okay. Then the X-23 and the X-24, their involvement in this movie also fantastic. This government project thing, I won't say fantastic, I'll say pretty good. But see, this is something, I will harp on this again. I will hop on this again. The Last of Us tried something and they got it wrong. They got it so wrong that Logan, somewhat copied The Last of Us in a few ways and got it spot on. God of War copied The Last of Us and got it absolutely spot on. But The Last of Us, who started it, who is a reference point for so many of these other forms of media, like game or movie, The Last of Us got it wrong. And I'll say this again: if you are a man and if you cried whilst playing The Last of Us, I'm sorry, you're a wimp. So the strongest point of this movie was, the action's pretty good, but the whole storytelling of Logan and his interaction with X-23, I think her name was the name Layla or something? X-23 and Professor X. That storytelling and how frustrated Logan is with the entire world. This was absolutely fantastic. It was to the point where even Professor X started to get very angry at the world and everything around him. And he's being treated like a baby. However, the movie does have plot holes. And I'm only telling this because the movie was so good. This is not an indictment, or this is not a bad thing for the movie. This is a praise for the movie. The movie was so good that a few of these plot holes, they stood out. The rest of the movie was so good. First of all, X-23. How did X-23 learn Espanol and English in a matter of 5 minutes? Because you see throughout the I think first half, or maybe a little more than the first half of the movie, excuse me. Sorry, there's no cough button here. She doesn't speak a word, even when the people tried to get her in the warehouse, in the beginning warehouse. Even when she was watching a movie, even when she was listening to music and reading the XMen comics, even when she's talking with Professor X, and Professor X is trying his darndest to communicate with the girl in Espanol and in English. Only when Logan, when he comes out of the hospital, only then this girl starts talking in a nagging voice. Okay, that's one. Number two. How is X-24 killed? X-24 is killed with an adamantium bullet. Okay. First of all, Apocalypse is supposed to have erased the entire time. Oh no, sorry. Days of Future Past was supposed to have erased this entire timeline, right? Okay. But never mind. This whole thing about only adamantium bullets can injure Wolverine. Why? Adamantium claws don't seem to have effects on Wolverine, especially a fully fit Wolverine, because he recovers right on up. But adamantium bullets kill X-24 or Wolverine. That's like saying if you get stabbed, or if you get cut in half, or if you get if you get a chainsaw used on you, you're gonna be fine. Like someone says, nah, it'll be fine. But if you get hit by even a bullet, a BB gun bullet, you'll die. The only thing, oh no, if you get hit by any projectile that uses gunpowder, at least gunpowder, you will die. So you're telling me Logan is his kryptonite is gunpowder? Okay, that's number 2. Number 3, where's Magneto? Because what we understand is that Professor X had a seizure, or he's starting to be he's starting to go into dementia, and he has Alzheimer's or something. But due to his genetic condition, once he goes into this seizure mode, everyone gets paralyzed around him, humans included. Why Magneto? Doesn't Magneto have a helmet specifically to block out Professor X? That thing was not explained, but like I said, other than that, this movie was brilliant. Look, to the point, man. To the point when I started feeling bad for Logan, man. I'm like, nah, man, you the Wolverine. But now you're an old man with gray hair and gray beard, and you need reading glasses to read a comic book. Oh my God, what happened to you, man? So, yes, this, and especially that death scene, that death scene was, that was something emotional. That was something that pulled your heartstrings. And pulled at it with force, it did. I mean, I really felt sad at that end scene. I didn't feel sad for the girl. I felt sad for Logan, because finally he can die, and his demons that have haunted him can finally haunt him no more. A man who thought that the gift of being eternal was to him the biggest curse you can imagine, because he had to live with the guilt of killing so many people, good people included, like some good people included. I'm giving this movie a 9.75 out of 10. Solid 9.75 out of 10. This is the best X-Men movie. Period. Let me know what you thought about Logan in the comment section below. And as always, hit that like, subscribe, and bell notification button. Thank you so very much for watching all my X-Men reviews. If you haven't already, please watch those videos on this channel. This is your boy Tanveer Sai, the Bengal Dragon, signing out.